Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by the Family Forest Carbon Program, where we help family forest owners get paid to improve the health of their woods. Well, what are some of the expected areas of interest when USDA issues its June World Agricultural Supply and Demand Estimate later this week?
USDA's latest monthly World Agricultural Supply and Demand estimate, scheduled for release this Thursday, includes focus on the domestic balance sheet.
We'll get new production forecasts for that winter wheat crop in lockup.
And as World Agricultural Outlook Board Chair Mark Jekanowski adds, for the global supply and demand outlooks.
Southern Hemisphere, we're looking at the early stages of the second crop corn harvest in Brazil, and work still underway in Argentina as well, corn and soybean harvest there.
In addition,
we're also, as is always the case, watching trade patterns and export sales throughout the month, seeing what the implications are for demand for U.S. commodities.
The June WASDE and USDA crop production report briefings take place this Thursday, noon Eastern Time. The briefings are available for viewing via live stream and recording at the National Agricultural Statistics Service's YouTube channel, USDA NASS, all one word. I'm Rod Bain reporting for the U.S. Department of Agriculture in Washington, D.C.
Brazil's 2024-2025 corn harvest is expected to be the second largest in the country's history, with a projected 5 million bushels. The National Supply Company, the country's food supply and statistics agency, says the volume is higher than last year and above previous projections due to favorable rainfall in April and May that benefited most of the second crop corn regions, which are responsible for 78% of Brazil's total corn production in the current season. Despite the large harvest, Brazil's corn exports in 2025 are projected to decline due to rising domestic demand from animal feed producers and the expanding ethanol industry. Health conditions of the 2025 U.S. winter wheat crop are described as the second worst ever last fall. As harvest ramps up, Reuters says winter wheat ratings now sit at a 6-year high point for early June. It's precisely what U.S. exporters need to continue and possibly grow their impressive sales numbers into next year. As of last weekend, the USDA rated 54% of the American winter wheat crop in good or excellent condition, which is higher than trade expectations and up from 50% only 2 weeks ago. That number is significantly higher than the 38% good to excellent in late October, which was the crop's second worst start in 39 years of data. Mississippi State University made agricultural aviation history last week by hosting the nation's first self-regulating application and flight efficiency training program exclusively focused on spray drones. The training at MSU's Agricultural Autonomy Institute marked a significant milestone in bridging the gap between traditional aerial applications and emerging drone technology. The training examined multiple variables, including payload loading, wind speed applications, application height, nozzle configuration, and flow rates. One of the main goals is to master the emerging technology and to understand just how it fits into modernized practices to benefit the grower financially. The markets, I'll have those numbers coming up next.
Here's the scoop. Soybeans are fueling Ohio's dairy farms, one glass of milk at a time. Nationwide, dairy farms use the equivalent of 229 million bushels of soybeans every year. Plus, high oleic soybeans boost milk fat and yield, making farms more profitable. From the fields to your fridge, soybeans power the farms that feed families. Brought to you by Ohio soybean farmers and their checkoff.
A healthy body needs good food. This summer, the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce is sponsoring Sun Meals, a summer food program where kids eat free. Children under 18 receive healthy meals and no sign-up is required. Locations may be right in your neighborhood. Call 1-866-348-6479 or visit education.ohio.gov/kidseat for meal locations and times. That's education.ohio.gov/kidseat.
The markets brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. At the Board of Trade, July corn $4.37 down a penny and 3/4. December corn $4.39 3/4 down a 1/4 cent. July beans $10.50 1/2 down 7 1/4. November soybeans down 2 at $10.29 1/4. July wheat down a 1/4 cent at $5.34 1/4. At the Mercantile Exchange, June cattle $227.82 up 75 cents. June hogs $103.37 up 22 cents. September feeder cattle, $310.80, down $1.95. This is the Ohio AgNet.